Wow, crispy on the outside.
Soft and gooey cheese in the middle.
Salmon, cheddar cheese, onions, and much more.
As we make salmon patties, an old family classic straight out of the recipe box.
This one came from Joanna, a family friend of my parents.
And we are thrilled to make it for you. And you can tell that she cooked by feel, as there's not a lot of specific details on this. So this one is going to be a bit of a challenge for us.
So to start, the recipe says 1 can of salmon. So we decided to just go with the 7.5 ounce can since they already come with no bones or skin. Then you need to drain it real well, get all the juices out. And then flake it into the bowl. Then we're going to crack 2 eggs and just beat them lightly. And then while I'm doing this, Bill's cutting up the onion.
So this recipe calls for 1 small chopped onion. So we couldn't really find a small one, so I'm using half of a larger onion. By the way, I'm using a yellow onion. It's great for all-around cooking since it's not too sharp or too sweet. It won't overpower the salmon. And I'm also going to use the Choppa. That's my Arnold impersonation. You like it? Get in the Choppa, as we don't want these onion pieces too large. So that's why I'm using the Choppa.
Yeah, Choppa.
Get in the Choppa.
Get in the Choppa. Okay. Because we don't want those onion pieces to be too big. They got to be small.
And you don't like big onion pieces.
I do not.
You're always on me about that.
Completely chopped.
You are always on me about that.
They
Okay.
need to be chopped.
The Choppa. Get in the Choppa.
So then we're going to add in the egg, the onion, and the parsley flakes, and mix it up.
Look at that. It's all mixed up. I think that's a Cars song, isn't it?
You're mixed up.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. So next, we're going to cut up 5 slices of bread and add it to the bowl. Now, look at the recipe card here. This looks like a 5, right? Or maybe a 2?
I think it looks more like a 5. Yes, it could be 2, but I think it's a 5.
And if we don't do 5, I think it's going to be too watery.
Yeah, I believe so. But you can use any kind of bread that you like. So we're going to use the good old-fashioned white bread.
Yeah, that classic loaf of Wonder Bread, PB&J. It'll put a smile on your face. So then all you have to do is cut these into small chunks. Very easy. I'm just doing kind of a crisscross pattern here. So grab the chunks, put them into a small bowl, and then back over to the mixing station.
So then when we get to the mixing bowl, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And then put the bread in, and then pour in a 1/4 cup of milk. And then we mix everything together. Once everything is mixed, start forming the patties, which we've done here. And again, not a ton of details on this recipe card. The first patty is laid out, and we sprinkle the cheddar cheese in the center of each of these patties. Then what we're doing is we're going to top it off with another patty on top, and you squish them together. Kind of form them together.
Gotta love that swish. You gotta love that cheddar cheese right in the middle. It's kind of like a little surprise Joanna planned for us. Ooey gooey cheese just leaking out. Hello.
It sounds really good. Then the recipe says roll them lightly in flour. But man, it was kind of hard to roll. So as you can see, they're kind of big. So what we decided to do is just take the patties and place them on like a bed of flour. And then we just sprinkled the flour on top. Not breadcrumbs.
And not oats. And especially not Hall Oates. By the way, what's your favorite Hall Oates song?
I think Sarah Smile.
That's a beautiful
What's your
song.
favorite Hall Oates song?
Kind of like Adult Education, but I also like One on One.
And they were so good in concert.
So good. We saw them. How fun was that?
That was great. So next we're going to heat the pan with some butter and then a little oil. What we did is we chose olive oil. You can do vegetable oil, whatever kind of oil that you prefer.
And then we're going to take the patties. Now, as Randal said, they're a little bit loose when she formed them, so you want to be gentle laying them into the pan. But you want to get them in there. You can hear that sizzle, and then let them brown up.
And then once the one side is nice and browned and golden, then you just flip them over.
And you don't need to rush it. Just let them do their thing. Let them cook. And when you see that cheese starting to melt out, that's when you know you've got it just about right.
Then we just plate them when we're done, and then we will see you over at the island.
We're going to taste these babies, and we've even got a wine pairing for you.
Oh, yes.
Okay, here we go. Recipe box rewind, our salmon patty recipe from Joanna. That is good.
Look at the cheese coming out of there.
That cheddar cheese in the middle, kind of a surprise coming out.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, this is a really fun recipe to make. And because Randall and I love wine, we decided to pair this with a great white Bordeaux, as we have done. So that might be the choice for you, but we chose a really cool Bordeaux for this salmon patty.
And if you're a red drinker like we are, we love red wine as well. There's on the lighter side of the red wines, there's the Pinot Noir, which I think would pair very well, especially with this salmon patty recipe.
Absolutely. So make sure you subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on the socials. You can also email us at letscook@recipeboxrewind.com if you want to share a great recipe with us, or if you want to just share a story of a recipe maybe that brings back a great memory of a loved one as well.
Absolutely. Recipe box rewind.
Yeah,
Here we go.
there we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. And we'll see you next time. Who knows what we're going to pull out of the box next.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.